I want to thank Mr. President. I want to thank all the Senate here and my family, my staff, and friends. Ladies and gentlemen, Abraham Lincoln was simply the real deal. A man whose wisdom and grit steered this nation through its darkest hour, and whose words still have the power to stop us dead on our tracks today. But here's the thing about Lincoln. He wasn't some untouchable figure carved into marble. He was a human being, flesh and blood, who laughed and mourned and doubted and dared to dream just like us all. Lincoln didn't have it easy. He led during a time when the nation was tearing itself apart at the seams. Imagine stepping into the Oval Office knowing half of the country hated you, and yet he stood tall and firm. His secret? Lincoln knew he wasn't the author of history. God was. Lincoln's long life mission was to be on the side of God, even when it meant he had to make heartbreaking decisions. As he said, "My concern is not whether God is on our side. My greatest concern is to be on God's side, for God is right always." Lincoln faced unmanageable suffering with a calmness that was not passive, but steady determination. He saw hardship as an opportunity, a forge for growth and redemption. He was sure that all of us could find meaning from tragedy and use this to guide us during the Civil War. But Lincoln, he wasn't just a solemn scripture quoter. This was a man with wit, sharper than a barber's razor. When accused of being two-faced, he famously said, if he had two faces, what would this one I be wearing? He knew that even grim times, a little humor could be the spark that kept us going. But at the core of this was a fundamental trust in the notion that history bends toward justice, but only if we're willing to bend it with our own two hands. As Lincoln said, if the Declaration of Independence is not true, let us get the statute book in which we tear it out. Lincoln fought to make these sacred words real for everyone. There was no exceptions. As the war was closing and drawing near to a close, Lincoln didn't speak of vengeance but of healing. With a heart full of forgiveness, he called upon us to move forward with malice toward none, with charity for all. That vision of unity wasn't wishful thinking. It was a roadmap for rebirth. Lincoln's greatness endured because he reminded us what true leadership looked like. It's not about power or ego, but service, sacrifice, and love for the greater than yourself. He once said, the better angels of our nation would guide us forward, and they will if we let them. Let us honor Lincoln not by remembering his words, but by living them. Let us live above division, to forgive where it is hardest, to strive for justice where it's needed most. And above all, let us never forget that in times of darkness, there will always be light, to be found if we bear and we are brave enough to look forward. I want to thank you all for this opportunity. God bless you, and God bless America.
That was wonderful. That was excellent. Well done. Thank you so much. That was excellent. Yeah, recognizing the minority whip.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to move that the Senate journalize the remarks from the gentleman from District 6. An excellent job.
It really was excellent. Thank you. Without objection, most certainly we will, and appreciate it. It's like the Gettysburg Address, to the point, right? Got right to it. I appreciate it. It was excellent. It was very, very good. Heartfelt.